Do you want to manage your money like a pro? Welcome to the world of budgeting, a simple yet powerful tool that can turn your financial chaos into calm. Picture budgeting as a roadmap, guiding you through the complex terrain of income and expenses. It's not about depriving yourself, but about making informed decisions, ensuring your money works for you, not against you. Think of it this way. You wouldn't set off on a road trip without a plan, would you? The same principle applies to your hard-earned money. Without a plan or a budget, you're essentially driving blind, with no clear destination in sight. Budgeting empowers you to set financial goals, track your progress, and adjust your course as needed. It gives you control, letting you decide where your money goes instead of wondering where it went. Remember, budgeting is not a one-size-fits-all solution, but a flexible tool that can be tailored to your unique needs and goals. With a solid budget, you become the master of your finances, not the other way around. Knowing what comes in is the first step to managing your money like a pro. Now let's delve into this a bit further. Understanding your income is not just about knowing how much your employer deposits into your account every month. It's about having a comprehensive picture of all your income sources. Perhaps you have a part-time job, freelance gigs, or you might even be making some money from a hobby. Maybe there's interest from your savings account, dividends from investments, or some rental income from a property you own. All these, in addition to your main job, contribute to your total income. It's crucial to know the sum of all these sources because it gives you a clear view of your financial capability. It helps you plan better, spend wisely, and save more. Plus, it can guide you in making informed decisions about potential investments or purchases. Understanding your total income is the foundation of your budget. So start there and you'll be on your way to managing money like a pro. Now that you know your income, it's time to track your expenses. Expenses, like the people who have them, come in all shapes and sizes. Let's break them down into three main types: fixed, variable, and discretionary. Fixed expenses are those regular payments you make every month, like rent or mortgage, car payments, or insurance premiums. They're called fixed because they stay the same month after month. Next, we have variable expenses. These are costs that change from month to month. Think about your grocery bills, utility charges, or gas for your car. They fluctuate based on your usage and needs. Lastly, discretionary expenses. These are the fun ones. They're optional and often relate to leisure or non-essential items. Going out for dinner, buying that new video game, or splurging on a vacation, these are all discretionary expenses. Regardless of the type, it's crucial to keep track of every single expense. Yes, even that cup of coffee you grab every morning. It may seem small, but these little expenses add up over time and can make a significant dent in your budget. To start, jot down everything you spend money on for a month. You might be surprised at where your money is actually going. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about your spending habits, the better you can manage your money. There are numerous ways to keep track of your expenses. You could use a good old-fashioned pen and paper, a spreadsheet, or a budgeting app. Choose the method that works best for you. Perhaps you're thinking, why go to all this trouble? Well, tracking your expenses gives you a clear picture of your financial health. It helps you identify where you can cut back and where you can afford to spend a bit more. It's like a financial map, guiding you towards your money goals. So, let's start tracking. Every penny, every dollar, every expense. It's not about restricting yourself, it's about understanding your money and making it work for you. Knowing where your money goes is key to creating an effective budget. With income and expenses sorted, it's time to set some financial goals. Now you may wonder, why is goal setting important? Well, just as a ship needs a compass to navigate the seas, your financial journey needs clear, defined goals. They provide direction and purpose to your budgeting efforts. Let's start with short-term financial goals. These are objectives that you aim to achieve in the near future, typically within a year or two. It could be anything from saving up for a vacation, buying a new gadget, or building an emergency fund. They're like the stepping stones that get you across the river, one small leap at a time. On the other hand, long-term financial goals are more like the mountains in the distance, the ones you're ultimately aiming to climb. These are objectives you hope to reach in several years or even decades. They could be saving for a house, planning for retirement, or setting up a college fund for your kids. Both short-term and long-term goals are crucial in guiding your budgeting process. They help you prioritize your spending and savings, keeping you focused on the bigger picture. Achieving your short-term goals provides a sense of accomplishment and motivates you to keep going. Meanwhile, your long-term goals remind you of the rewards waiting at the end of the journey. So set your financial goals wisely and let them lead the way. Remember, Your financial goals are the compass guiding your budgeting journey. Armed with your income, expenses, and goals, you're ready to create your budget. Creating a budget is like crafting a blueprint for your financial house. It's your master plan, your roadmap, the compass guiding you towards your financial destination. So grab your calculator and let's get to work. Start with your total income. That's the amount of money you bring in each month. Now, subtract your fixed expenses. These are the costs that don't change from month to month, like rent or mortgage, utilities, and insurance. The result is what you have left to work with. This is your discretionary income. Your discretionary income is where the magic happens. This is where you'll allocate funds towards your financial goals. But remember, don't spread yourself too thin. Prioritize your goals and tackle them one at a time. Start with your emergency fund, because life has a way of throwing curveballs. Once you have a solid foundation, you can move on to saving for bigger goals like a vacation, a new car, or a down payment for a house. Next, look at your variable expenses. These are costs that fluctuate from month to month, like groceries, entertainment, and personal care. These categories are where you can make adjustments if you find you're not meeting your goals. If you're spending too much on takeout, for example, consider cooking at home more. If your entertainment costs are too high, look for free or lower cost alternatives. Now here's the kicker. Once you've allocated your income, it's time to track your spending. This is where most people stumble. Tracking every dollar can seem tedious, but it's crucial. It's the only way to know if your budget is working. If it isn't, don't be discouraged. Adjustments are part of the process. Your first budget won't be perfect, and that's okay. The goal is progress, not perfection. Lastly, remember to be flexible. Your budget isn't set in stone. It should evolve with your needs and lifestyle. If you get a raise, adjust your budget. If you have a new expense, adjust your budget. If you reach a goal and want to set a new one, adjust your budget. In the end, budgeting is about balance. It's about making sure your money is working for you, not the other way around. It's about choosing where each dollar goes instead of wondering where it went. Remember, a budget is not a prison. It's a tool to help you reach your financial goals. Creating a budget is one thing, maintaining it is another. You've learned the basics, understanding your income, tracking expenses, setting financial goals, and creating a budget. But the real challenge lies in the maintenance of your budget, and that's what we're diving into now. Think of your budget as a living, breathing entity. It doesn't remain static. It changes and evolves with you. Regular budget reviews are crucial to ensure it's still working for you. Are you consistently overspending in one category? Maybe it's time to adjust your budget or your habits. Are you underspending and have surplus cash? Perhaps you could reallocate those funds to a savings goal. And here's the thing about budget reviews. They're not just about the numbers. They're an opportunity to reflect on your spending habits, identify patterns, and adjust your behavior. If you find yourself constantly exceeding your dining out budget, for example, it might be time to learn a few new recipes or find cheaper eateries. But consistent budget reviews aren't enough. They must be paired with discipline and consistency. It's so easy to make exceptions to justify that one-time splurge. But remember, every little bit counts. And those one-time expenses have a way of adding up. Discipline means sticking to your budget, even when it's tough. It means prioritizing your long-term financial health over short-term wants. Consistency, on the other hand, is all about making budgeting a habit. Don't just review your budget when things are tight. Make it a regular part of your routine. Set a date each month to sit down, review your budget, and adjust as necessary. But let's not forget, successful budgeting is also about balance. It's important to reward yourself for sticking to your budget. Maybe that's a small treat each month or a larger reward for meeting a big savings goal. Just make sure it's budgeted for. Remember, budgeting is a marathon, not a sprint. Stay consistent and watch your financial health improve. As you continue to budget, you'll get better at it. You'll begin to see the impact on your financial health. And that's when the real magic happens. So, keep at it and watch your money work for you.